Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. I'm hanging out here on the bridge of my ship. We've been through some adventures recently and I thought I'd get some input from my friends. I believe Pascal is gonna have quite a lot to say, so I'm gonna start by speaking to Ulfar.
Let us raise our cups at Vater, in honor of deeds accomplished and in expectation of those yet to come.
So, now that you know that where your brothers were heading, what will you do?
Help you to deal with the enemies who besiege your home, and then head for the coordinates that Thorvald gave me. Well, I know, Edvater, that you are dauntless, and if I but say the word, you will join me in my seeking. But the place I will voyage to is a perilous one. Few can survive in it, and though duty leads me there, I do not want my debt to be paid with your blood.
That's very kind of you. Suppose we'll see what happens. If you're willing to talk about yourself now, I'm listening.
It is wise to hide one's past from a stranger, but shameful to hide it from a friend.
Great.
Ask away.
Let's just do the questions in order. How did you become an Astartes?
I was a seafarer. Every spring we would go out onto the world sea and slay many armed krakens and ravenous sea drakes. And then the season of fire would come, and we would dock on Asaheim to battle for our clan's right to inhabit that land. I was young, but already fierce, and facing down foes twice my size. The chooser of the valiant, who had watched the fateful battle from the cliffs, deemed me worthy and took me to the Fang for healing. My clan was proud.
Yeah, you must have been... Usually, I believe the cutoff is around 12 years of age for Astartes aspirants.
I spent years in training before I passed through the dreaded gate of Mordkai, bowed on the runestones before both his heads, and walked into the Valley of Dreams. As for what I saw there, do not ask me. That is between me and the Death Wolf. The Rune Priest scoured my soul, but found it untouched by corruption. I returned, and I partook of the cup of Wolfen. The Canis Helix entered my blood, and the agony of transformation changed my body to resemble that of a beast. And my mind was drowned in the dark depths of bloodlust.
Canis, I think he said. Canis? Not Canis. I've always been unsure about that.
My return from the dark was long and cost me greatly. When I stood in the hall at the Fang once more, the Rune Priests imbued my body with the remaining gene seed and implanted the necessary organs. But those trials were nothing compared to what I had already endured.
What happened in your final trial?
When I overcame the darkness of Wolfen in my soul, I set out for the Fang. Every neophyte must undergo a hunt during this journey. One might fight a fearsome wolf, another a sly snow worm. I crossed paths with a doppelgrendel, a cunning and rancorous spirit.
Never heard of those.
For 5 days and nights did we bring our wits and wrath to bear in battle. The spirit changed its guise, but in the end, I gouged out its eyes. Fleeing, it hissed a curse. Nowhere would I find an honorable death, vowed the creature. My saga came to an abrupt and inglorious end, like a noble banner moldering and fraying at the edge. When I made my return to the Fang, clutching that crushed eye, the Rune Priest looked at me and his face grew grim. But he said not a word, save to confirm my victory.
Do you believe the creature's curse holds any power?
Everything on Fenris has power. I have fought in 100 battles and suffered 100 injuries. Even wolves are not certain to survive such grievous maiming. But I always survived. And with each new victory, my thoughts took a darker turn. What if I truly am destined never to die with honor? What if my death will be foolish and inglorious? Each time I bury a brother, I secretly envy him.
Space wolves. Ulfar's mournful words land heavily like cliff rocks cleaving off into the sea. His face darkens until it resembles a grim idol hewn by a primitive people. Well, what if it's not a curse, but a gift? A gift of a long life and many great exploits.
A gift straight from the seven hells! What is the valor of a deathless warrior worth? Where is greatness in the exploits of one who shrinks from death? When the wolf time comes and my fallen brothers march into the final battle, where will I be? Sitting alone in the Fang, beside a fire that went out long ago? The ages weigh heavily on my hands and heart, and one day I will be too tired and feeble to wake up and rush into the fray. What will they call me then? Ulfar, who slept through the battle? Ulfar, Mordekai's unwanted.
At the last words, Ulfar makes a gesture to ward off evil. Fair enough, I suppose. You subject recruits to heinous trials. Why?
The path of Astartes leads into the fangs of horror. Any threat
True.
that can be endured by the mind is one that mortals can handle. But we are needed where the unthinkable begins to happen. Things that understanding cannot help to bear. Things that, once beheld, turn minds into bubbling, pulsating dreck. An ordinary man who encounters this evil will go mad with despair. But we are incapable of feeling fear. It is simply not in our nature. Instead, we feel unbearable rage. We must select the neophytes who will look into the eyes of the unthinkable and roar. That is why we need our trials.
And they shall know no fear. It is written. I see.
Many times I have heard the clinking of Mordekai's fangs next to my ear. But I have never allowed him close enough to sink them into my rump.
That's a way to express that. We should know more about your pack.
We call ourselves the Baleful Howl, and our sign is known to all wolves.
Proudly points at his...
We are old wolves who have seen much and endured much.
Ulfar proudly points at his shoulder pad, which is emblazoned with a crude depiction of black fangs. A shadow of disquiet dampens the warrior's boastful exuberance.
This is the great black man wolf, patron of slayers and totem of our great company, the Black Manes. All know that we are fearsome and hungry for the struggle of war, that we are cunning, deadly, and show no mercy. Speak our name, and thunder rolls.
Blackmane. Isn't there a named character for the Space Wolves so that you can use in 40k Ragnar? Or you know, Ragnar, if you want to be like that. Blackmane, right? And the Great Companies. The Space Wolves have the Great Companies, of which there are, I want to say 6, but I'm not sure. With each great company being around the strength of a chapter for other Space Marines, I think. I might be entirely mistaken, but that's how I want to remember it. I'm not super deep into Space Wolf lore. The Space Wolves have never been my favorites among the Astartes.
Even among the brothers, my pack are counted as the most rabid glory hunters. When we were young, we knew no taboos or limits to our pride. Years passed, and suddenly we are veterans. But our avaricious hunger for exploits is undimmed.
Giant Space Wolf swords seem to radiate heat, as from a roaring fire on a winter's night. Tell me about your path in the Wolves.
A complete accounting of all my deeds would land like an avalanche upon you. I earned this mark of endurance when I slew a chieftain of an Eldari tribe. He dealt me a serious injury, and the wolf priest said I would not survive it. But it has not killed me yet. 2 years I lay in a delirium after that battle.
2 years.
When I awoke on Fenris, I set out for the wastes at once. And there I hunted a black-maned wolf and killed it with my bare hands. For that feat, I was granted the rank of wolf.
Oh, he's a wolf guard.
That fearsome beast remains with me to this day, and I carry his furious spirit.
Have we heard him refer to himself as a wolf guard, or have we learned before that he is a wolf guard? I can't remember. Well, that makes a lot of sense, I suppose.
And Jarl Ragnar carved this one
Clone
when I
art.
beheaded a despicable
Yeah,
sorcerer,
Ragnar.
despot of Tyrannica too. Many brothers fell victim to him, and we do not sing that saga before mortals for the preservation of their minds. Alas, I failed to behold my own glorious deed. My eyes streamed with blood, and I hunted down the sorcerer by scent alone.
Warrior's bragging demeanor fades away and his voice becomes thick and dark like poison in a goblet.
And of my glorious victories there are many more. Besides, not for nothing did the Jarl grant me the accolade of Terminator.
Yes, a stone. Is there Terminator armor in this game? Can I put Ulfar in Terminator armor? I would love to have Terminator armor. Oh man, I would love some Terminators are so fucking cool, dude. You do not understand. Fucking love Terminators. I've noticed your penchant for poetry.
Before becoming an Astartes, I dreamed of becoming a skald, a keeper of stories. At feasts, I often sing of my brother's exploits. Thousands are stored in my memory. When I am near, wolves fight even more ferociously, for they know their deeds will be immortalized. One of the tech priests theorized that our songs contained hidden psychometric codes to increase courage. Maybe there is such a thing in other places, but on Fenris, our sagas are spun from memory, from respect, from pride.
Doesn't rule out the psychometric codes and such.
More than words stringing, a secret weaving. Magic in its marrow. Not to ear nor mind, speaks the saga. Its spell sounds deeper strike, and the heart hearkens.
Your brothers call you Thunderlung.
That is my moniker, yes. My voice knows no fatigue, whether fighting or feasting. I can recite the glorious sagas and terrify foes with my battle cry for hours. Oh, this fine name was given to me by my loyal friends, Arnulf Bloodyaxe and Skjaldi Twice-Thinker.
Twice-Thinker, I like that. Tell me about Arnulf and Skjaldi.
The bonds between us were many. Arnulf was my sworn brother. It was he whom I faced down in a battle where the chooser of the valiant noticed me. Arnulf too was deemed worthy. We went from bitter foes to setting aside the enmity between our clans and becoming close friends.
Blade covered in red runes.
He gave me this blade to show that the past was forgotten. Quick to laugh was Arnulf, and fearsome in a fight. Almost as fearsome as me. Skjaldi Twice-Thinker. Well, he was sent to us by the Allfather to see that we did not meet our deaths as young pups. He had enough thoughts in that head of his to make do for me and Arnulf both. It was Skjaldi who taught me to compose verses. The spirits prized his wisdom, and the runes hearkened to his voice. When the Xenos took me prisoner, Arnulf caught up with them and slew a score of them with his fine axe. And Skjaldi called down a storm so mighty that the abomination's jet bikes were
he's
whipped into the wind's
got
furious
it.
currents like leaves. But even that was not enough to take them all. We were captured. Tarvantius took Skjaldi first and turned his body into something unthinkable. Then he took Arnulf, and during the many hours of torture, my brother's only response to the freak was a disdainful laughter. And then he fell silent.
That's rough, buddy. Well, surely this means you must perform feats of glory in their honor, that their names may be remembered 1,000 years hence.
And their sagas will be sung in the Hall of the Immortals, sowing valor in the hearts of the young.
Indeed. Thank you for your answer.
I enjoy telling stories.
I just wanna...
What do you want to
Yeah,
know?
okay.
Fenris Hjolda.
Fenris Hjolda. They sometimes do the... like the... for... It's not the Swedish it's the... Danish and Norwegian and I think Icelandic as well. I'm not sure though. Lots of talking to Mr. Where is he at? Okay. I got worried for a second. Quick save, just in case.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all. The requested
How do you not have any dialogue?
may
What about you then? I was certain they would have something to say about another another Hanuman showing up. Man, I should have brought Pascal. You know what? Oh, you can use this? Huh. I've been thinking, where is... There's Danrock. I've been thinking about Pascal. I'm gonna reset all types for him and I'm gonna start from the beginning. He is an operative, I'm gonna go for the intelligence. The operative it goes off of perception, actually, this. So I'm gonna try and remember to give him some perception as well. But we start with intelligence. I mean, that is kind of neat, but I'm gonna leave it. I still kind of... I guess I kind of want to build him... Because he's got the big weapon skill. From the axe, actually. Maybe I can make him like a dual type. Like a quality build or something. Plasma and Melta. Let's just make you good at Plasma and Melta then. I have no one else with much plasma. Exposed weakness is good. Let's get some perception up. Let's do... I never used this with Earlit. I never use all the stuff I have. I'm real bad at this video game. Good thing it's very easy. Toughness and willpower. That's excellent. Pushing them. That's kind of fun. But let's focus on the plasma and the melta and just do that. Dismantling attack. Armor down. Seems good. Logic, sure. Logic. Do we want to give you ballistic skill as well? What are we hanging out on right now? You have less fellowship because of your origin. Don't really care about fellowship though. Perception should probably go up. And intelligence as well. Let's do one more intelligence. Let's do... Let's do more exploits. Sure. Sure. That is not bad, so I might just grab that. That's also good. More of that. Oh, should I have done? Can I? Let's actually do ballistic skill for that one too. So this is all gonna apply. Okay. So, well. Perception. Let's get that up one. That's gonna end up on 40. This is all special for him. No, it's not. Actually. Skirmish protocols. Okay, yes, but actually. Not bad. That's also good, so I'm gonna get that. Okay. Let's do that for the first level. Then comes... I don't understand how Bounty Hunter works. So I think that was a poor idea. Now here comes the question. Do I want to be a grand strategist with him too? I don't think so. So I'm gonna go assassin. I'm gonna grab him the Death Whisper, that's always good. Two AP. I don't know. That's something. Let's do it. Ballistic skill goes up to 80, I think. Which is... No. This is applied. Okay. I think I'm gonna get more ballistic skill. I'm gonna go for... What am I gonna go for? Strength isn't the best though. Wisdom bonus. Is this a good idea? I don't know. I don't know if you got in a heavy armor you can use. Can I... Do I have to do all the ranks? Ah, fuck it. You got multi-weapon proficiency. What about plasma? I think I'll give him all the good plasma weapons I can give. Weapon expert. Maybe that's overkill. You don't have the strength for that, so I might just ignore it. Let's give him the scanner mechadendrite. Which puts perception pretty high. Let's get intelligence up a bit as well. Let's get tech use. Let's get Sure, let's get that as well, since I want him to be able to do both. The assassin's turn. That's great. That is great. Do I just grab it? Let's do that. That seems good. Let's get one more bomb for ballistic. Let's get... What else do we get? Heavy armor? Nah, yeah, no. I think we're done with that. Sure. Can do something like that. Did I grab the... No, I didn't. Let's grab that. That's the right one, yeah? Yeah. Intelligence, sure. Tech use. Sure. Maybe get a characteristic training for something. Ballistic skill, why not? If enemy... That's something. I think Earlit might have that, and that's something I haven't been paying attention to. But that's okay. Get some more perception, why don't you? Sure. What was this? Yeah, okay. Ambush. Imminent demise. Don't know about that. That's good. I think. I want to get some intelligence training, sure. Get some perception. Let's give him that in case he ends up in close combat. Temporary wounds. Yeah, that seems good. What equipment do you have on right now? Let's... So you have... You get logic armor. Puts you at 40. If I were to say... Ah, fuck. If I were to put something like this on you, maybe I should just give him heavier armor. But I do like... let's just roll with that, I suppose. What happens to my dodge if I do this? Just... This... I didn't see anything happen, so I guess nothing happens. Should I try and get him heavy armor proficiency? In other stuff, first of all, plasma gun. Do I have even better plasma? Less damage, same range, same rate of fire, same everything except better armor penetration. But if I have a million ways to reduce armor, then I think keeping the Mars pattern gun is better. Worse. Worse. Worse, I think. Yeah. Same. Have I not gotten any better Tech Priest access? Is this better? Let me just... No, that tanks my my weapon skill. I guess it's an inherent thing with him as a tech boy that the axe makes him better. The axe is pretty low damage though. Oh well, it'll have to do. Let's clear out that a little bit. Give him... You can have one of these. As well as a couple of just normal grenades. What is this? Skin patch? Removes one trauma. What do you know? Accessories. What do you have? Nah. Can I get type, please? No. 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 Nah. Nah. Commanders. Screws. Don't think so. No. 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 Nah. No. 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 I don't think so. Potentially. So. Logic. Shadowfield. God damn it. Sure. Just more tech use. Reduces wounds. Lorcinos. Oh, that's even better. That's quite good. Do I want to replace the other one though with something else? Because now you have like stupid much tech use. Psi rating, Psi rating. I guess I'll just give him these tools. Psi power. Dodge. Death World. Agi. Strength bonus. More MP and more dodge when using a consumable though. Burning. Single shot range from any cover. Awareness. Yeah. So from unyielding beacon. Huh. Maybe it was this one. These ones. Let's go with those. Tech use and damage of flame. Vengeance. Ballistic skill. I mean, let's put... What are you wearing right now? No. I don't know about that. Okay. 3? I don't know. Iconoclast. Recoil. Expose. It's not bad, but I don't know. Now what are you wearing here? Immunity is fine. I don't know, that's a pretty small reward. Stratagem. Commerce. Armor lore skills. And ancient xenomechs. They deal to all adjacent creatures. Ends their turn. That could be fun. Oh wait, I've moved away from helmets. What can I do for you? What's the best? I mean, fine. We'll just grab that, even though the reward is small. Sure, that seems good enough. I'm just gonna quickly have a look at everything else. And what do you got? Parry reduction? Nah. Dodge. Focus. Nah. Persuasion. Man, none of these seems super good for him. Maybe just keep the one you're wearing. I am curious about perhaps getting him some heavy armor though. Eldari heavy, 40, 45, not more. Heavy 60, better armor deflection. Psychers 55. $35, $50, $65, better armor deflection, toughness, fortress world. Is that what you're from? What is your origin? Oh, you're a Forge world. I think I'll skip out on the heavy armor and just go for other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna do this last bout, then we're done. Just give me that. All right. Get me more tech use. Get me that. Get me some weapon skill. Let's do a bit of that. Let's do that as well. Sure. Let's get more tech use. Let's get what else? What else? Sure. No. Maybe. Let's do that instead. Sure. Let's give you a little bit of toughness just to get that even. I don't know. Sure. Sure. Why not? Let's get your perception up. Let's get you... Sure. And... I would need quite a bit of strength to get that. Can't say that I care enough to do it. Let's just do that. Then we get logic. Then we get... Yup. Actually super good, now that I look at it. And then... Sure. One last thing to do, let's get logic. Pascal is about as good as I can make him now. I don't know if I'm gonna need to bring him for anything, but now I'm done. I will see you later.